Hi, my name is Brett Smith, and I'm the founding director for the L.I.F.E Research Lab. L.I.F.E was founded at Miami University to add knowledge at the intersection of faith and entrepreneurship. L.I.F.E stands for Leading the Integration of Faith and Entrepreneurship. And the reason we founded L.I.F.E is because this growing movement of people that are trying to integrate their faith into their entrepreneurial ventures. This is consistent with what we did in 2006 in the Center for Social Entrepreneurship. We saw a growing movement of people in this space, and we said, how can we contribute? How can we add value? Now, more than a decade later, we see a similar trend. We see lots of people trying to integrate their faith into entrepreneurship, and yet there are very few models about how to do this. That's where the L.I.F.E Research Lab comes in. We are trying to build academically rigorous, but practically relevant knowledge at the intersection of faith and entrepreneurship. It will have an academic research component as a start, but it will also have an outreach component. It will have students getting involved in doing these kinds of things through internships, through class projects, and through co-curricular activities. Now, I'd love to share with you a bit more about the meaning of life. There are 4 words that entrepreneurs love to hear, and those words are this: you can't do that. You can't do that. Maybe it's a character flaw, maybe it's a personality disorder, but the reality is when entrepreneurs hear those 4 words, they are transformed into engines of activity, into engines that generate growth and disruption. And yes, they do it economically when they build large profitable businesses, but they also do it socially when they build things like CityLink Center. And yes, they do it spiritually, as in the work here at Ocean. In 1992, the founder of Miami's entrepreneurship program had an idea. And the idea was to build a world-class program in undergraduate entrepreneurship education. Now today that may not seem like a big deal, but at the time there were very few graduate programs, and most of theirs had an uncertain future. There were effectively no undergrad programs. And so guess what words he heard? You can't do that. Fast forward to today. Today, Miami's entrepreneurship program is one of the most highly ranked programs in the country. And not just this year, but year after year after year. For 11 consecutive years, Miami's entrepreneurship program has been ranked in the top 25 out of more than 2,000 programs. Today, more than 25% of our students, some 4,000 students across 75 different majors, take at least one entrepreneurship course every single year. And today, entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, leaders of industry call Miami University home. Companies like Cintas and Paycor and Oros. You might think of technology unicorns like MongoDB or Credit Karma. And even entrepreneurial leaders. At one point recently, the COOs of Uber, Instagram, and Twitter were all Miamians. And so we often get this question: how? How do you do this? How do you generate these entrepreneurial outcomes? And honestly, the answer is rather simple. We do it through real-time, real-world entrepreneurial experience. There's sort of no substitute for entrepreneurship. So we throw them into the deep end of the pool. We give them more shots on goal. And this is always done as we immerse them into the entrepreneurial ecosystem. We can't do that on our own. We don't do that on our own. We do that through partners. And no partner is more important to us than Ocean. Let me give you just a glimpse of what the last month of the partnership between Miami and Ocean looked like. Ocean sent leaders to not 1, but 2 different business plan competitions to act as judges, first here in Cincinnati and then in Oxford. Miami sent faculty to help prepare the Ocean portfolio companies here for demo day. Ocean turned around and sent more people back to campus to be in our entrepreneurial consulting class in social entrepreneurship. And then Miami turned around and had our faculty sit in on board meetings to chart the future of this organization. Now, can I say that happens every month in this partnership? Yeah. Any exceptions? Not really. And so it shouldn't come as any surprise that month after month, year after year, Ocean adds tremendous value to Miami University. And Miami University adds tremendous value to Ocean. And you say, well, of course, they're a high technology accelerator. And that's true. They're one of the best in class, and that's awesome. We're blessed by that. But they're also a faith-based accelerator. And it is that area that Miami is increasingly interested in. This past year, we launched L.I.F.E, the L.I.F.E Research Lab, which stands for Leading the Integration of Faith and Entrepreneurship. And the purpose is quite simple: to create knowledge, academically rigorous but practically relevant knowledge at the intersection of faith and entrepreneurship. And we do that by working with companies to create academic studies. Now you say, well, wait, I thought Miami was a public institution. What do you mean faith? Oh, that sort of sounds like we can't do that, but we are. In this past year, we've completed our first study, and it's been published as a manuscript. Our second study is under review at the most important management journal. We've raised about $100,000 to help support and promote this work, and we have 6 projects underway. As you can see, we've come a long way in this past year, but we are truly just getting started. We would love to have you partner with us on this journey ahead.